Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shills, desolators, peasants, vassals, ninjas. I'm Useful Idiot. Welcome. And today I want to go to Turkey because things are starting to get very interesting there as well. I've talked all along, or at least thought all along, that there has to be a larger involvement of Turkey in this offensive against ISIS. They are a key element, and they have a lot at stake, and it's only natural, being a member of NATO and also having a very large, powerful, modern army, that they would get involved to some degree. And we have a couple dramatic events. One is that they've moved quite a few forces to the border in the region bordering Turkey and Syria, where the assault on Kobani is going on. And there's been a mass exodus. Apparently, Turkey is now saying that there are 160,000 Kurdish refugees who have moved into Turkey for the time being. So they're managing that situation. We also have random shells going off in that border region, and of course the Turkish forces have returned fire. But the more dramatic development is that on October 2nd, their parliament is going to vote on whether to expand Turkey's military involvement in this situation. And they want to make sure that the language is broad enough to encompass all possibilities, all future possibilities. And some of the things they're discussing now are pretty interesting. One talked about before, and that's the idea of deploying Turkish forces and creating a no-fly zone, a buffer zone, in the north of Syria, using Turkish forces. So that would obviously put Turkish forces face to face with al-Nusra Front and ISIS. And then we also have the idea, which is a lot easier to do and would probably happen immediately, was opening Turkish bases to foreign troops. And so a lot of coalition forces would have it a lot easier to be able to operate from Turkish bases, and that's a very safe move for them. And but it's kind of interesting, the dynamics here. Once again, nobody has any clean hands. We have Turkey involved from the beginning, in creating a so-called Free Syrian Army, but also creating radical militants and arming them and training them and sending them back into the foray. And a lot of that's coming back to haunt them. So once again, we have these layers of complexity and things that come back to bite you. So this could be pretty dramatic if we have Turkey joining in on airstrikes potentially, if we have coalition forces using Turkish bases, and more importantly, if we end up having Turkish forces deployed, it certainly will escalate from there, because once Turkish forces are deployed and they confront these elements in Syria, then we have a lot more explosive situation. And there's also, I'm sure they'll also encompass the idea of an incursion into Iraq as well. They have a lot at stake there. They have a lot at stake in protecting a lot of their investments and a lot of their oil interests and trade and commerce with the thriving Kurdistan in the north of Iraq. And I'm sure it's well worth it to them to protect that investment. So this language that we see come out on October 2nd will obviously keep that open-ended as well. And I would not be surprised at some point to see Turkish forces in Iraq as well as Syria. So as I always say in these videos, when these events start unfolding, things were going to be happening pretty quickly. And although there is the potential for this situation to go on for quite some time, the most dramatic elements of it are certainly unfolding right now. So keep your eyes peeled. Turkey is probably going to be in the fray soon. I'm a Useful Idiot. Don't you be one too.